Morning, man. Can I fill up regular, please? There you are. Thanks. All right, good morning, folks. It is an early New Jersey June morning. Today, our game plan is to take advantage of some glass calm offshore conditions and do some fishing that I have never done before. So the kayak is in the bed of my truck right now. We are all rigged and ready, fresh off 3 hours of sleep, plenty of caffeine, and plenty of stoke for what could possibly be in store for today. So we're about 20 miles out from the beach that we're going to plan on fishing today, or at least the beach we're going to launch from before we're headed out in the ocean. And I'll catch you guys there. The stoke is real. Let's have ourselves a day. Yoo! All right, well, it looks like we picked a decent spot to launch off the beach. We've got very minimal surf break right here, maybe a 1 foot sea, and if we time it right, we should be able to just coast right offshore. So there's already plenty of boats on the fishing spot I'm looking to get to today, so that could be a good sign. There's fish around. But that being said, we just spent the last like 30 minutes rigging up this kayak. A little out of breath from running all around, but let's get on the water and have ourselves a day, hopefully, folks. Stay tuned. I mean, this is almost as bad as calm as it gets here at the Jersey Shore. It's dead low tide right now, but high tide, it'll be up here, and we should have no problem when we land later this afternoon. But for now, whew, water's a little chilly, but not too bad. All right, this is my first time ever launching a kayak off the surf. This can go bad very quick. I've got pretty much everything tethered down, especially everything valuable. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, baby. All right, now it's a good shot to go. Go, 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 go. Whew. Water's not too cold, but it's definitely not warm yet. All right, paddle out of here and we'll be good, come on. Just gotta make it past the break. All right, there's a first for everything. I'm glad we got that off the bucket list. Couldn't really ask for better conditions, but we made it, folks. We are out here on the Atlantic Ocean in the kayak. The more difficult part is gonna be landing it, but conditions should be even better later today. Hopefully, if not, we'll be spending a couple years out here on the sea, but all right, it's game time. All right, we actually just fixed this downstring the other day. Spent a lot of time doing repairs to this kayak the past couple days. And even added this little handy tripod here, which should get us some cool shots later. So there are several possibilities today that we could get into out here fishing on the open ocean. So priority number one, the reason why I made this trip is there has been a bunch of big, large striped bass feeding right off this beach right here on pods of bunker for about the last couple weeks or so. It's pretty late in the season right now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to run into any big stripers or find any bunker, but that's priority number one for this morning. So we're just gonna kind of patrol around the structure here, see if we can't see any bunker flicking on the surface or any signs of life. Then from there, we'll try to snag some bunker and drop them down on the bottom. So if that doesn't work out though, we brought out some bottom fishing gear. There's plenty of structures here along the bottom to catch sea bass, fluke, whatever else wants to bite. So the really great part about fishing this far north in New Jersey is just how quick the drop off is. So we're only gonna be fishing maybe half a mile to 3 miles off the beach, and we should have plenty of opportunity to run into a whole bunch of different species. So I'm pretty excited to get fishing today, but again, right now we got to look for that bunker, see if we can't find ourselves some striped bass before we decide to move on. So stay tuned. All right, so we've been patrolling around here for about an hour and a half so far and have seen zilch bunkers so far. In the meantime, I'm kind of going over navionics right now, looking at the bottom topography, oceanography of where we're fishing, and looking for some depth changes and some wrecks that could potentially hold fluke and or sea bass. So looks like we're coming up on a pretty shallow ridge right here with a wreck on the other side. So let's get over there, drop down the bottom. Still gonna keep our eyes peeled for bunker, but I'd love to get a bend in the rod at some point this morning. All right, folks, we just pedaled a little bit farther over here to a wreck that I found on navionics. We're sitting in about 50 feet of water, then it's gonna come up to about 30 behind me there. So the wind has absolutely dropped out completely. It's beautiful conditions out here. We've got a southbound drift, and it should take us right over the structure. So just dropping down a little high-low rig here with a bucktail on the bottom and a little teaser on the top, fishing a gulp jerk shad on the bottom and fishing a little gulp grub on the top. So let's just drop this down, and I haven't even fished within 60 miles of here. So I'm really kind of fishing blind out here, but hopefully if we cover enough water, we can locate some fish, drop some pins, and well, put some fish in the box. I did bring some ice out here. It'd be fantastic to go home with some keeper fluke, sea bass, whatever decides to come up. So let's jig the bottom. Again, still keeping our eyes peeled for those bunker, see if there's any striped bass around. And well, we'll give it a little bit of a drift here, see what we can do. So stay tuned. There we go. There's a fish. This feels like a small fluke or sea bass. Does not feel big. Ah, not bad. Short fluke, but there's a little teener there. First fish of the day, little tiny short fluke. See you, buddy. There we go. Oh, I thought it was a little bit bigger fish, but it feels like another small fluke. A little bit bigger one. Maybe 15 inches there. That guy's gonna be another short though. All right, buddy. Smoke the grub teaser. Damn. Beautiful little short fluke. See you, bud. They're down there, getting a little bit bigger. Not yet eater size yet though. Oh, there we go. Back to back, just drop that down. Feels a little bit bigger. Oh, that might keep. Will he keep? I don't think he will. I'm even gonna measure this guy. Another short, a little bit bigger. That guy's probably 16 there. They are inhaling these baits though, they're chewing. Every fluke is just swallowing that grub. Oh, there he goes. Quick release. That is just a fantastic flounder right there. Freaking inhaling the grub, dude. All right, let's leave him in the net for now to prevent him from flopping out. These guys are notorious scape artists, especially in the kayak. Let's give it a rough measurement here on the tape. Really fills out that net. That is a beautiful, beautiful ocean kayak fluke. All right, there we go. So 1 inch. Yeah, he's gonna go 20 inches right there. 20 and a half, actually 21 inches. That's a 21-inch flounder on the kayak. My first time fishing up this far north. First time kayak fishing the ocean. I will take that. That is a beautiful ocean fluke right there. Check that guy out. Awesome fish. Let's bleed him out and keep on jigging. All right, folks, just took another jog here on the Yak, about another mile offshore. So there's been a whole big fleet out here throughout the day. So I assume they're catching fish. Also scoped out Navionics. There's a little bit deeper water out here, so could be a chance of some bigger fluke, maybe even some sea bass. Surprised you didn't tangle with any back there where it was a little bit shallower. But maybe the fish just hold a little bit deeper this time of year. The water still is cold, so sea bass will be a little bit farther offshore. Let's get some baits on the bottom and see what's lurking out. About 3 miles now off the beach. There we go. Is that a fluke? That's a fish. It's a nice, feels nice. I don't know what we got here. Oh, short. This little guy fought so weird. Still here though. See a short. There's a fish. Little guy. Is that even a fluke? Yeah, micro fluke. Little dink. See you, bud. Alright, boat in front of me just caught a little sea bass. That's the first one of those I've seen all day, which may mean I target some sea bass out here. Both these party boats right here are anchored up, probably bait fishing, looking for some sea bass as well. So that's a good sign that they're out here. It might be time to switch up from the jig and gulp for fluke, because we had some success earlier, but it really has slowed down. It's about noon right now. Still plenty of time left in the day to fish, although my parking expires at 4 p.m. But the bite really just slowed down literally the second I caught that keeper. There we go. That's a good fish there. That's a big fish there, baby. I'm on either a good fluke or sea bass. Please be a keeper, somebody. Oh, he's just, give him a measure. He's not gonna make it. Damn though. Yeah, 17-ish. Right on the nose. Fought like a bigger fish. There we go, folks. Yet another short, 17-incher right there. See you, buddy. So it's actually been pretty difficult weeding through these shorts. I think I have 6 shorts under my belt, just that one keeper so far. But there's definitely some bigger fish around here. You really just gotta cover water, put time in. I've also seen some sea bass come up around me, so I may switch up presentations and go more for a sea bass presentation later. But for now, I'm fine with the short fluke, just knowing there could be a doormat lurking around any corner. So let's drop back down. All right, so finally switching up presentations here. Been working the bucktail teaser for hours now, and got one keeper, a couple short fluke, but nothing really crazy. So throwing around this little Nomad Squid Trex here. This is a fantastic bait. I've had a lot of success with this bait about 1,500 miles south in the Florida Keys, but figured fish up here eat squid too. So we're gonna cast this bait down. We're fishing 50 feet of water. This is the bigger model. I think it's the 85 that I'm fishing. And we're just gonna drop it down the bottom, give it some jigs, and hopefully pull up some fluke, sea bass, bluefish, maybe a striper if we're lucky. But stay tuned, see what we can do. There we go, fish on. That did not take long at all. Feels like a little sea biscuit right there. Yep, there we go. First one of those guys for the day. These guys got to be 12.5 inches, I believe. This might be a keep. He's 12 inches on the dot right there, so not a keeper, but that is our first sea bass of the day. Look at that little guy right there on the squid treks, literally first cast. So that's a good sign there's some sea bass out here. So let's drop back down the bottom and see if we can't get some more. That did not take long at all. Honestly, caught me by surprise. There's a fish. Little some guy. They're just getting smaller and smaller, aren't they? Micros. There we go. There's a good fish. That's a good fish there. Please be a keeper sea bass. Oh yeah, that'll be a nice sea bass right there, baby. Oh yeah, buddy. Keeper. No need to measure that guy. That is a keeper sea bass all day right there. Let's get this squid treks back down though, because these guys travel in schools often. That is a nice fish though, probably like 14, 15 inches there. Not bad for 3 miles off the beach here in Jersey. Micro sea biscuit. They are chewing right now. We found a good school of them, just trying to stay on top, which is pretty difficult with no reference around me and a wind and current right in my face. It's pretty strong, so just jigging along the bottom, getting a ton of bites. I should have been fishing this earlier, is what I'm starting to regret right now, but we got one sea bass here. We're getting smoked by a bunch. Not sure. Most of them feel like small fish, but there's got to be some more keeper size plus down there. There we go. That's a big fish there. Come on, nice and steady. Oh, snagged a keeper. Yep, there we go, keeper 2. Another nice sea bass. Oh, somehow barely got that guy. Right in the top of the head. He'll keep though, for sure. That's probably a 14 incher right there. Got a decent mess of sea bass coming together now. Just gotta try to get as many in the boat as I can, because these conditions are going downhill fast. Yep, knew it. Hitting on the drop now, baby. Oh, feels like another good one there. This guy could be a keep. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a keeper. Come on, stay on. They are smoking it, dude. Before I can even get to the bottom, I'm letting out line and it's just not stopping. Come on, this guy better be a keeper too. Oh yeah, yep. Good one. Best one of the day. Yeah, baby. Another keeper, let's go. All right, we got 3 fish now. I might not leave till we get a limit, which is 10, but again, conditions are not getting better out here. That is for sure. The sea bass are getting freaking bigger, baby. Look at that fish, bro. Look at that. That is awesome. Was good. It's still all right. There we go. Just as I was doubting if there's any big fish left, we got ourselves another nice one here. This guy will probably keep. Oh yeah, that'll keep. Boom. Another keeper. These aren't even barely keepers either. I can eyeball each one of these. Number 4. I think the squid treks is actually weeding out most of the short fish too, because yeah, we've caught some shorts, but a good portion of the fish have been keepers, which is pretty awesome to see. That lively squid probably makes these bigger fish more aggressive. There we go. That's a good fish there. That's a good fish there. Come on. Oh, it's a jumbo. Jumbo sea bass. Oh yeah. Number 5, baby. There we go. That's halfway to a limit, and I don't really plan on slowing down unless conditions get worse or what. But that's a beautiful sea bass there. Oh my gosh, just got smoked. That was the best bite yet. This guy doesn't even feel that big. He just hit it the second I put the line over the roller. Yeah, it's not even a keeper. Small. That was a freaking sick eat though. So I'm just realizing now we have wind against tide, which is also not very ideal. But the more I think about it, it's actually kind of ideal because I'm kind of sitting straight up and down, especially with the help of the foot pedals here. So I'm able to stay right on top of these sea bass. On the other hand, I can't fluke fish anymore because we have no drift. The current is going south that way and the wind is blowing from the south going north. So fluke fishing's probably over unless we get one bycatch on the squid treks here. But the sea bass seem to be chewing, and we're 5 fish into our 10 fish limit here. I would absolutely love to get 10 fish. But again, conditions are just going downhill and I do not feel like getting stuck out here this far from home. Oh, micro flounder. I was hoping we run into a keeper one of these guys, but we got the mini version. That guy's like 8 inches. See ya. Oh, that guy feels big there. If that's that might be a fluke. Another small flounder. Stacked up out here now. See you, little dude. There we go. Big sea bass there. Oh, that's a good fish. Whew. These guys swim straight to the surface with it. It's so hard to get a good hook set in the kayak. I gotta lift my rod up to the sky. That'll keep though. Boom. Number 6. That's a big sea biscuit there, baby. Stay on. Stay on. Big old sea bass. Come on, stay on, sea bass. Oh my God. Giant, giant. Ah, there we go. Keeper bite today. Keeper. Very nice fish right there. Check out that sea bass on the squid treks. Number 7. It is getting so rough out here. This is such a dumb idea, but already out here, so might as well get our limit. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, baby. You. And that is a wrap for my first ever ocean kayak fishing mission. That day actually wiped me dry. I fished from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., kayaked about 12 miles, and that pedal back was not easy. The south wind really kicked up. I had a pretty gnarly swell on the way back, but obviously made it to land okay, and made it to land with 10 keeper sea bass, a full boat limit back in New Jersey in June, as well as 1 21-inch flukes. So that day was definitely a successful trip, and definitely a trip we'll be looking to recreate here in the future sometime soon. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I was pretty nervous launching my kayak off the beach, but obviously it turned out pretty great. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you could, drop a like and subscribe below. Really appreciate both those things. And I'll catch you folks in the next one. You.